Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the middle of June 2023. We are just going to jump right in here, Aries. You have this card that says beauty, and then you have this other one that says protection on it. So I feel like for some of you, number one, I immediately got that you need to protect some sort of idea that you have. So if you have like some sort of idea for like for work or business or something that's going to clearly increase your abundance. You have two very good cards of abundance right off the bat here. Then, again, it might be a good idea for you to just keep those ideas to yourself for this time being, for whatever reason. I think that it's, always a good idea to make sure that you're not like sharing your goals all over the place and things like that for a couple of reasons. But, I think right now, based off of this reading, it would be a really good idea for you to kind of keep things to yourself. You have the Judgment card, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, there clearly could be some sort of communication that you've been waiting for coming in for you. So if you're like waiting to get communication from a person, or if you're waiting to hear from a person, then obviously right here, this could clearly be communication. I feel like it could be very fast communication as well. You also end with the Page of Pentacles. So if you're looking for love, I'm not so sure this is a love reading yet, but you do have the Page of Pentacles. So, Page of Pentacles could be a new person, definitely could be an earth sign. And there could be communication coming in there. But Eight of Wands is a card of momentum, and, it's a card of things moving forward very quickly. So I feel like you need to pay attention to, like, things in your life that you want to get to move forward, or that you want to see be successful, because I feel there's a lot of momentum that you could be building towards success. You have the Judgment card here. And again, Judgment could be waking up to something like communication. But also I feel for a lot of you that you're more aligned with your purpose, but it is going to require this, to leave a comfort zone. And even here, we have the two most common cards in readings right now: Two of Wands, Three of Wands. Three of Wands, like, what are you waiting for? And the Two of Wands is a card, they're both kind of cards of leadership and needing to take a lead, but Two of Wands, he needs to leave a comfort zone. So I feel like it's time for you to like take a leap of faith towards, something in your life that could be very successful. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness, and I think that's the name of the game right now for sure, Aries. Like, the universe is requiring us to be resourceful. It's like, I say it to everyone, like, if you're thinking that you're going to start a business with money, probably not. I would say, like, that's not how we should be thinking. We should be thinking, how can I start this without money? How can I try this without even spending money? And, all those other things. The universe, I don't know why, but, I just feel like the universe is really rewarding resourcefulness, being resourceful, not wasting, your energy and stuff like that. So that's what I pay attention to here. With the Judgment card, you have the World. Amazing, definitely really good. I mean, literally in the tarot, we go Judgment, World. So, I feel like some of you are very, very close to an accomplishment. The World is an achievement or accomplishment. And you're about to like step into a new world. The World is a portal card. Normally, the sorceress on the World, she's in the middle of the world, and she's, she can create worlds. So I feel like you literally could be creating a new world at this time. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which you have twice here in this reading. Your fortunes are changing. And I really like to see the Eight of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. I don't think the Wheel of Fortune is as good as everybody. I think it's a good card, don't get me wrong. But I think people make it seem like too good. It's good, but the wheel can spin in any direction. It can spin forward or backwards. The choice is yours. I'm going to show you on this bigger version. It's just easier to see. But there's a snake right here, Aries, and the snake represents your vibrations. So we control the direction of the wheel with our vibrations. And sometimes I think that really we need to take control of the wheel. Like, the wheel is always spinning in our life, forwards or backwards, whatever. We want to be at the center of the wheel. When we're at the center of the wheel, we're paying attention to cycles that are happening in our life. And when we do that, that's how we control our destiny. That's how we change our destiny, basically. So let's see here. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Moon. Yep. I feel like things are a little bit unclear. I feel like this is true for everyone. We have Neptune and Pisces right now. And, for the most part, I think Neptune and Pisces is a little bit confusing for, like, knowing what to do in life, knowing which knowing how to accomplish your goals, there really is no good answer other than to move through the darkness. With Neptune and Pisces, I think we just kind of have to go through it to get to the other side to see where we go. And that's like the only thing that we can do, basically. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this bee spirit says sweet results await. You also have this buffalo spirit says the abundant universe will provide. So I feel like there's a lot of abundance clearly coming through for you. I also feel like you've gotten through something. It's like you've gotten through a storm, is what I'm hearing in my head. It's like there's some sort of storm that you've charged through, and now you're kind of getting to these sweet results that you've been waiting for. I feel like you've really been putting in a lot of work and trying to be successful, and it could be in any area of your life. It could be in love, money, business, spiritually, health, whatever. I feel like whatever, it's like you've been, but again, I feel like you've gone through a storm in one area of your life. It could be multiple, I suppose, but it feels like one thing that you've really been trying to get through, and I feel like you are getting through it now. You have the Seven of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for something, really charging towards something. Again, she just has to be bold and assertive. She also has to move towards the sun. She has a sunflower here. Sunflowers in the tarot point towards the sun. So all she has to do is follow her desire, and she will be very successful. She's also very unconventional as well. She has this black cat here. During the times of tarot, black cats were considered very unlucky. So the black cat kind of represents a time where you need to maybe not worry about like other people's opinions about your life and the things that you're doing and all that other stuff. Now you have the Two Wands. I am getting a lot of progress. Like now that I'm at the card, I am getting that you are making a lot of progress right now. Again, if you're not, I feel like your answer is very simple. It's because you're not changing. So I would change one thing. I'm literally starting a whole new channel about it. It's going to be my Chris Rec channel. People keep asking about it. Just go to the front page of this channel, and it's the Chris Rec channel. But I'm going to be talking all about making changes. Like that channel is going to be dedicated to experimenting through life, basically. And, I think that's like the best thing we can do during Pluto and Aquarius the next 20 years. That's why I'm creating the channel in the first place. That's why I'm dedicating it to, running experiments, basically. And, because, it's like there's so many great teachers. Like, I think I like Bruce Lipton, for example. He says that 95% of our lives are automatic, meaning that our brain just makes decisions for us, which is great for some things. Like if we had to think about beating our heart and breathing, that would suck, but we don't. So thank God. But at the same time, our brain creates these automatic habits and things that we do, and some of those things just keep us stuck, right? So, we need to like live life on purpose. And, I feel like some of you are kind of trying to live life on purpose where it's like, do we have to get rid of all the programs? No, like again, thank God we don't have to think about all the little things, right? And our brain just does it for us. But, I think some things, if you want to change, you're probably you have like a program installed where you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. I have them still, and I know this. Like I try to change these things on purpose, and I still fall into patterns and things like that, right? But I think the difference is that I catch myself. And you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is about kind of like knowing that that something is for you. It's about believing something very, very deeply. It's a card of conviction. And I feel like the more deeply you believe something, the more likely it is that you are going to be successful, of course. But again, I get this feeling in this row that, again, if things are not changing, it's because you have not changed. And I'm not calling you out. Trust me. I am super guilty of this myself. So, we all need to do it, right? With the Seven of Wands, you have the Temperance card, literally the card of transformation and change. Something has to change. I was getting that here in this reading. And, I've changed my life with like tiny little changes. Literally, that's all I did with this channel. People always ask me all the time, how did I grow so quickly? And I'm like, first off, I didn't grow quickly. I was stuck. My channel was moving at a snail's pace for the first 4 years. There were people who started only had their channel for like a year, and I had my channel for 4 years, and they blew their channel up, to like 100, 200,000. So it's like my channel grew very slowly until I started making 1% improvements. And now I get the most, not saying it to brag, I get the most views out of any of the tarot readers now on YouTube. So you can check my social blade, right? But what I would say here is I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying it because, again, the only thing I do is I improve like one thing every single video. I try new things all the time. I'm always experimenting and like learning the newest thing about YouTube and like what needs to be done and all that other stuff. That's all I did. So again, I feel like just in just tiny little changes. I didn't make these big, huge, crazy changes. I think sometimes people see a goal, they're like, I want to make $1 million, and they just think I have $8 in my bank account, I need to get to $1 million. That's impossible. But it's like, instead, if you just said to yourself, I'm going to start a business and just make $1, right? The smallest little thing, eventually, and probably a lot faster than you think, you will get to $1 million. So again, I feel like this is saying you need to make those small changes. Yeah, you have the Two of Wands here, you have the Emperor. Again, this whole entire reading is about you taking the lead. The Emperor twice, which is you, Aries, in this reading. There could be a little bit of love here, but again, what I would say is I really feel like this reading is about you. I feel like it's about you taking the lead, making some sort of change that's going to lead to a lot of success. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Chariot, a lot of momentum in this reading as well. The Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. So again, if you want to do something, I feel like you just have to charge forward and kind of like make it happen. I feel like you have to charge towards success. I feel like you really have to, it's like you really have to take control. This reading is also talking about control, because you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. There are really only 2 cards of control in the tarot. Chariot and the Strength card. Chariot is a card of hard control. The Strength card is a card of soft control. There are cards that also kind of have to do with control. The Emperor, he is controlling, which is a different word. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which again can kind of represent needing to be in control. It's a little bit different than taking control, right? And so I feel like you need to take control, though, with the Chariot and charge towards some sort of victory. I also feel like you have to take some sort of risk. It's like the risk of being yourself. We go to the Five of Swords, to the Emperor. It's like literally taking the risk of being an Aries, taking the risk of being who you truly are. And again, that Queen of Wands, she has the black cat there. So it's like there's some sort of risk you have to take of, exposing yourself or doing something that other people might not agree with because of that black cat. You have this card. Sorry, I didn't read these. It says, don't worry about what could go wrong. If something does go wrong, you'll be able to make the best out of it. There you go. You also have this card that says, let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. Yeah, I feel like some of you could be walking away from something clearly. You have the Five of Swords right here. So whatever you're letting go of, I feel like it will make space for the things that you truly want in your life. So, I feel that for a lot of you, sometimes we just have to release to find success. It's like, my good buddy Kyle Cease, I've interviewed him on my podcast before as well. He has a story. He was a comedian, and he has a story about how he just wasn't feeling it anymore. And so he just let go. He stopped doing it, and he started giving talks at colleges. And, he greatly increased his business very, very quickly because he let go of what he was doing. He made the space for something new. And again, I'm kind of getting that here on the Five of Swords, is that you are making space for something new. But again, it's scary because you have to let go of something to make space. This could be love for some of you with the Five of Swords, but I feel like it could be something else as well. What I feel like it is, and the something else is where I was going with that, is the Three of Wands, something bigger than you. Three of Wands is very expansive. It's a card of expansion, and Three of Wands requires us to grow, requires us to be bigger than what we are right now, which again requires probably, breaking those 95% programs that are installed in your brain. Breaking free from those things is probably the quickest way, to break out of or to get into the Three of Wands, the expansive energy, to have your ships coming in and, all that other good stuff. So, don't be afraid to expand. Don't be afraid to do things where you have to explore, adventure, learn. All that stuff is popping into my head. You have the Three of Cups, definitely some sort of celebration coming in for you. I kind of feel like some of you are finding your tribe as well. It could involve love, but again, I feel like this is more people. It's like you're finding your people, or maybe you're realizing. I get something here about a realization, where you could be realizing that the people you've been surrounding yourself with are holding you back. So again, you could be finding people that really force you to grow, that really force you to level up or bring you to the next level. It looks great to me. With the Three of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands. It's been a lot of work. It's been a long journey. I feel like you're tired here, Aries. So I do feel like it's been a burden, but it's like you're getting there. So, don't give up now. With the Five of Swords, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yes, this could definitely be something new coming in. Again, if you do want love, there is a little bit of love here. So I feel like there could be an earth sign. It could be any sign. This is a general reading. It could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo as well with the Wheel of Fortune. But like I said, take it how it resonates. You have Leo here a couple times, actually. But what I would say is that I feel like there's going to be communication coming in from a person, or there needs to be communication. With the Three of Cups, yes, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands like desire, passion. It's also out with the old and with the new. And so there's clearly like a very passionate new beginning coming in for you. Next, this is going to be the area of the good stuff. It doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be good no matter what. You have this yin energy card and this regeneration card. So clearly healing. The yin energy card is about like doing nothing, just relaxing, resting, relaxing, recovering. Same thing with regeneration as well. So you might need some time to like regenerate or heal. And I would definitely take that time. You have the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Pentacles. The Emperor, of course, could be you showing up in a very strong position. I really feel you're getting back to your true self with this Emperor card. It's like you feel more, I feel like you feel more like yourself here. I feel it's like you're coming out of some sort of fog as well. I get this energy of, kind of coming out of darkness, or I really don't know how to express what I'm feeling here, but it's like you're coming out of some sort of darkness or fog or not seeing things clearly, and you're stepping into kind of the light here is what I feel. So I feel like you're stepping into it's like you're stepping into something, much better here. Let's put it that way. You have the Wheel of Fortune, definitely a significant change in your fortunes. I feel like it's going to be very abundant as well, whatever this change is. So there could be a financial business change here. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is like something new. So I feel like there could be a new person, but it could also be like new business coming up here. I do feel like a lot of you are going to be seeing some pretty significant changes in your finances. So if you're like doing anything financial, especially if it's breaking a pattern, if you're, this could be like an ancestral pattern as well. It's like you could be becoming like the first millionaire in your family, or you could be the first person to start a business in your family, but you're going to have to break these patterns that we were talking about. With the Emperor, you have the King of Swords. I feel like there are people who want to help you. Three Cups. King of Swords is like an expert. He can represent a person or people who have a lot of knowledge. So if you're thinking about like joining any groups, like business groups, or just even if you have a person that's really smart, these people could help you. And it could be any area of your life. It could be health, wealth, happiness, relationships, whatever. Like whatever it is you're trying to do, I feel like there could be a person who could really help you. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Two Wands. Two Wands is about, again, taking a lead. He needs to he has that world in his hands. He's grabbing onto that front wand, but I'm going to show you here. He has this wand behind him right here. The wand behind him represents something that is complete. It represents something that is done and over with. So I feel like some of you are walking away from something and you're walking towards something new. With the Page of Pentacles, here you go. You have the Sun. A lot of happiness, a lot of joy. Could be a Leo, coming in for some of you if you want love. But I also feel there's like a lot, just so much happiness and abundance and just good things coming in for you here. I would also make sure that you're focusing on the good stuff here. Focusing on being positive, focusing on joy, happiness, all those other things as well. So let's see what we have for you here, Leo. Aries, sorry. I was going to say Leo because you have this Lion card that says time to act. So clearly it's time for you to take action on some sort of new direction in your life. I see a lot of transformation and changes coming in for you here. Some of you could be like moving, for example, but it's kind of interesting how it's popping into my head. It's like, if you are making changes, it's like those changes are the thing. Those changes are the thing that is going to create change. I know that sounds stupid, but it's like if you move, I feel like there's more change after it. If you change your job, if you get into a new relationship, it's like there's more that is changing after it, but you have to take action to make it happen. You have this March card, and then you also have this Coins card. It says money will be coming to you. I feel like some of you had an idea during the month of March this year, 2023, and it could be very financially beneficial for you. I also feel like some of you could have gone to like some sort of training, or you're like thought about going back to school or something during the month of March, and I would definitely do it because to me, it looks like there will be an increase in your finances. You have this Club card. It says someone will try to make you do something against your will. No one can make us do anything, so I would be careful of anyone who's trying to force you to do something. You have this Flowers card. It says happiness on it. There's clearly a lot of happiness coming in for you here with the Sun. And you have this Casket. It says someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. Yeah. I do feel like there's been, some of you have experienced some sort of breakup. You have that Five of Swords here. We were kind of talking about this, about the Five of Swords, but again, is this really a love reading? I would say no, not necessarily. I think that maybe some of you are really just taking the time to become a true emperor, like your true self, and then you're looking for an empress. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I'm just talking about, what's showing up here in the reading. So I feel like you're looking for a true divine counterpart, and but again, it's like you're breaking these patterns first. That's probably why there isn't really love showing up here in this reading necessarily. There kind of is, but kind of not. And again, I feel like it's because the universe is getting you to that leveled up place where you can match energy of a person that you want. So that's kind of like what I feel here, but you have to like leave some things behind and, level up. And you also have to leave a comfort zone. Two of Wands twice in this reading. It's like you really have to take control and, step out into the world. But this is a very powerful reading. I feel like this is a powerful change going on here. So thank you for being here, Aries, and definitely enjoy your week.